This is going to be a quick review of The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, just point blank, I'm going to say that this movie is way better than the third Spider-Man movie, because the third Spider-Man movie was a train wreck. There was so many things wrong with that movie. Don't even get me started on it. And The Amazing Spider-Man was better than the first movie. Now, the first movie was better than Spider-Man 3. But I think The Amazing Spider-Man was it was a better movie than the first one. Now, the second Spider-Man movie was the best movie out of those three movies. And I would say The Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 are about the same. I enjoyed both movies equally. Now, when it comes to comparing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield as to who was the better Peter Parker and better Spider-Man, hands down it's got to be Andrew Garfield. I mean, he just did a much better job of portraying Spider-Man the way he was in the comic books and the way he was in the Spider-Man animated series. Tobey Maguire, the way he portrayed Spider-Man just didn't quite match the comic book version of Spider-Man and the Spider-Man that was in the animated series. Now, I'm going to tell you what I liked about this movie, The Amazing Spider-Man, and what I didn't like. What I liked, basically all the characters did a good job with their roles. I mean, there weren't any actors that didn't quite fit in. You know, Andrew Garfield did terrific as Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Emma Stone did a good job as Gwen Stacy. Dennis Leary, you know, he did a good job playing Gwen Stacy's father. And you had Martin Sheen played Uncle Ben, and Sally Field that played Aunt May. So, like I said, everybody did good acting-wise. The action scenes were wow. I mean, the web slinging. I mean, every time I seen Spider-Man web sling, it was just a joy to watch. And the fight scenes between him and the Lizard, awesome. It was exactly the way I was hoping it would be. It was fast-paced, acrobatic, just a lot like how the fight scenes were in Spider-Man 2 between Spider-Man and Dr. Octopus. Because those fight scenes in that movie was really good too. Special effects were really good. Now, I saw this movie in 3D, but the 3D, it wasn't really used that much. Or there was times when I kind of forgot I was watching it in 3D, but so far as the special effects were on point. I mean now with today's special effects, they've pretty much perfected Spider-Man's web slinging. I mean, it's flawless now. Because in the first Spider-Man movie, like I said, the special effects weren't ready at that time, so there was a lot of shots where it obviously looked fake in Spider-Man 1. But then the special effects got much better in the second and third movie. And now with The Amazing Spider-Man, I mean, the special effects were flawless. I mean, it was just pretty much almost perfect. And the special effects for the Lizard were pretty good. The only thing that I thought I was going to see, I was hoping to see a full transformation, which is every time he would begin to transform into the Lizard, they wouldn't show him completely transformed. I mean, like he would start to change, and then it would go off to another scene, and then you just see him already changed into the Lizard. I was hoping to see a full transformation. I wanted to see him transform completely in front of the camera. But so far as the way he looked when he was fully transformed, he looked pretty realistic to me. I mean, he looked the way I thought he should look. Now, to tell you the truth, there really wasn't nothing negative about this movie. The only negative I could really say about this movie was that this movie kind of just teased us. I mean, they gave us just enough action to like whet our appetites, but it didn't give us like enough action to make us completely satisfied. Basically, it was just like the second Spider-Man movie where you didn't get a lot of action scenes, but the action scenes that you do get were breathtaking. And that's how it was in this movie. There weren't a lot of action scenes, but every time there was an action scene, it was just awesome. So, but the way this movie was set up, it'll make you very excited to see what they do next. So, I'm looking forward to the sequel. And, since, this movie was an origin story, so they had to spend at least a good 50 minutes, going through Peter Parker's origin, about him, why his parents came up missing, and about him, getting bitten by the spider and becoming Spider-Man. So, when you get to the sequel, at least now you'll have a lot more time for more of that awesome action that we did get in this movie. So from a scale of 1 to 10, I give The Amazing Spider-Man, I'll give it an 8.5. Just because I was hoping to see a little bit more action and a little bit more web slinging, but what we did get was awesome. So that's all I got to say about that.